In Weird Memories 4, I'm going to tell you 2 short stories. The first one being, what could 2 teenage boys be doing in the dark, in the bushes, in the front garden of a private house, peering through the lounge window about 5 to 10 times a year? And the second one's going to be, imagine being in a meeting where somebody says, has anybody got a passage that we could look up? So, what is the purpose of these weird memory videos about my time in the cult? It is to help create awareness of the control that we were under. And it might help anyone right now who is under cult law still, but yet hasn't woken up to it. In previous videos here, in this weird memory series, you'll see them all at the end on the playlist listed. I tell the stories about how we as children had to cope with 11 meetings a week sitting in silence. Watching a lady yawn 10 times a meeting was one of the highlights, which is in Weird Memories 1. Then I tell the fateful story of Sandy Huckley's buns, illustrating what happens to kids who are given food they don't want to eat. Then the last weird moment video, which tells the story of how even our bowel movements were controlled by the man of God. Weird stuff, I know, and it's all to highlight and create awareness of what happens when one man controls the lives of many people right down to fine detail. This is the purpose. And so this 4th weird memory, I'm reading again from Cult Escape, where I put all these things in and much more. Here we go. What on earth could 2 teenage boys be doing around 9 p.m. in the dark, in the bushes in the front garden of a private house, peering through the lounge window about 5 to 10 times a year? I'll give you a clue. They were teenage exclusive brethren looking for an outlet to enjoy their desires that had been crushed. Their evening meeting had finished as Allerton Road, Liverpool. They believed they were committing a big sin, but this temptation was too great. Their favourite football team was playing and the match was on television. They were not allowed to have a television in their house, not allowed to see television, touch television. It was known as the pipeline of filth, and watching it was utterly forbidden. I was one of those boys, and I remember the thrill of sneaking off as soon as the meeting had finished. We knew the match was on, as we were allowed to read the newspaper. We used to get the Daily Telegraph. We were allowed that. I remember one night witnessing David Fairclough, Liverpool's super sub, scoring the winner against Saint Etienne in the European Cup in 1977. I was there. After 20 to 30 minutes, we'd rush back to the car park so our parents didn't suspect anything. It was common practice for exclusive brethren young ones to break the laws and find a way of doing what their natural desires wanted to do. But everything had to be done in secret. I heard of young ones sneaking into football grounds, the cinema, restaurants, owning radios, mobile phones, listening to pre-recorded music, watching television in all sorts of places. Department stores were my favourite place, as you were safe there, as the exclusive brethren were unlikely to see you there. I saw Ian Rush score 2 goals against Everton in the 2 cup finals in a Woolworths store. I remember watching Boris Becker on the way to winning his first Wimbledon in the Blackler store in Liverpool. I spent hours there. The staff, they never seemed to mind. This isn't a funny memory exactly, it just illustrates the twisted lifestyle of many young exclusive brethren who lived with a conflict of values, secretly enjoying normal things in life, yet believing they were committing evil acts. Why? Because a pig farmer 3,000 miles away who had never met them said so. That's why. Don't argue, else you'll lose your family. And that's what we were under. We were under this control. Our natural desires of children wanting to watch television and enjoy football and sport and good music and many other things. We were forbidden because one man said no. The other story, I titled it in the book, Look Up. Yes, 5 of the 11 meetings a week were called readings. A man, never a woman, because they had to keep silent, offered or was asked to take the reading, which meant reading something from the Bible and leading the conversation about it for about an hour. At the beginning of one such reading, an old man called Barry Smith, that's not his real name, solemnly ask the following question that had many faces straining to keep straight. Has anybody got a passage that we could look up? And we just had to cope with things like that. That was one of the highlights. These weird memories are just to illustrate, highlight and create awareness of control that is not love, and it's for people to decide themselves how much control they want to be under. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to this video. Please like and comment it. Maybe if you've got any stories of weird memories yourself in the cult you were in, please put them there, and I will speak to you soon.